I did say I make one of these videos in the community post for those who haven't seen, but yes, I've been scammed. This was one of those moments where I didn't really have a lot of time properly research what you should be really mindful of when it comes to looking for jobs, because as a creator I'm rather unfamiliar with outdoor work. I've only ever had one job since I left school. Apart from that, that was kind of the only time I was left on my own 2 feet to watch out for what you shouldn't really be walking into, and what you should be mindful of as well, because when you do go out and look for jobs, you're kind of responsible for your actions. And for what happened with me is I wasn't really mindful of what I was doing. I was in between when I was looking, because I kind of had this mini break moment where I just finished the video and I'm planning on doing the next one, and had that kind of time in between to actually congest on what you should really look at when it comes to job sites and applying for jobs. It was one of those days where I didn't really think about the danger side of applying for work. I've always really been really sociable and really trusting. I'm that type of person that would believe a lot of things. One of those things which I trusted didn't really turn out the way I was expecting it to. I've also been really careful in my lifetime. I'm a very careful person. I've never really had a situation like this before, and as I've grown older, I've also been really pushing the limits, pushing the boundaries of that luck of not really having those situations. And for what happened this time, I was walking into something which I would later find out would change my perspective of online scamming, all of these dangers on the internet, and for you guys should also be very wary of as well, because I've also learned a lot from this experience. And when it did have an impact on how it affected my sort of mental well-being, it really did make me understand what I should be wary of. And it's always good to have that bit of anxious side of you, the no side. There's nothing wrong with having that, because sometimes you need your brain to kind of tell you to stop, you're going too far, and maybe it's a good time to turn around. It really had this huge impact on the way I see internet. I didn't really explain what happened. Like I said, I've been job searching recently, and I came about this job on Facebook. I'll leave a picture somewhere. I'll probably pop it up. Whoops. And I thought this to be legit, because there's so many elements which I've identified to see how someone can easily either think this or know this. Even now, I'm still trying to wrap my head around what happened, even days later, because as of recording this video, this happened 3 to 4 days ago. It took a lot of time to recover in my head, because it was so shocking and impactful to how it made me lose my confidence a bit with my side of being online. Part of what I enjoy doing is being online, what I'm doing right now, talking to you guys. I'm not going to stop making videos because of it, but what I should know as a person is that not everyone is friendly online. When I applied for this job, you were sent to talk to someone on WhatsApp. I'll leave another picture. I'll probably leave a couple of images as I'm talking about this and rambling, but basically I was sent to this WhatsApp to contact the business partner. Instantly got back to me saying, hey, we don't really have many jobs at the moment, we have a full staff, but we do have this one marketing position which you may be interested in. You will earn a £5 commission as a starter bonus. And I was like, yeah, absolutely, I'll take part. I'm rather interested already. So when I did sign up, I was instantly given my first task, as they like to call it. And basically what you do is they send you links to these YouTube channels which you need to subscribe to. And then what you need to do after is send them a screenshot of you subscribing to them. Sounds pretty easy, right? It does, but why would they want you to do that? Why would they want you to screenshot you subscribing to YouTube channels? And at the time, as I was doing this, I didn't really think about why they wanted me to do it. I just did it because, again, I didn't really think about what you should be careful of. For me, if felt really difficult to tell, especially considering it was in my local town group. The job I found was in my local town group. Normally when I see jobs, opportunities like that on the local group, I normally believe them because they're like very close and reachable from here. So I didn't really think of it like that at the time. And I apologise if I keep going on too much about one topic, is because as I'm talking about it, I'm remembering what's happened. Anyways, I sent the screenshot of me subscribing to the channel, and then they instantly asked for my payment details. So they asked for like how they can send it to you, and normally when you work, those are like the primary information they want. As someone who's been to work like once in their life, they normally ask for that first. So that also added on to why I thought it was what it was. I'm still gonna put my foot down and say that it wasn't a legit job. It wasn't a legit position, but I sent them details without really thinking, and they instantly sent me £5. So I was like, hey, I got paid. That's awesome. And then once I received the transaction, they already were messaging me back saying, hey, if you download this app called Telegram, you can get in touch with my partners and my employees who will help you earn more commissions. So instantly my brain was fused with this amount of excitement, because it was very new, very surprising to see that I actually got paid money for just doing that. And I thought that it would just be like that forever, and who wouldn't turn down that chance to earn money like that? And when I was doing it, I didn't really think about, again, what you should be wary of when it comes to doing this. There are times when you should really see the bigger picture. But anyways, I downloaded this app called Telegram. I don't suggest anyone to ever do this, because from my experience, this was a terrible idea. Please don't do this. I downloaded the app, and then they wanted me to talk to this they call it a receptionist, as they like to call it. And when I got in touch with this receptionist, I instantly looked at their profile pictures, and you may be wondering why. It's because they looked too clean, too polished to me to be real people. Like, I don't know, there's something about the pictures. I don't even know if I would show it. I think it's a good idea not to show any details, any faces. I think I would just show you like the basis of what I was going through. So I'll probably blur a couple of pictures here and there. But basically, to me, I just thought the layout of everything just looked too real, too good to be true, if you know what I mean. So when I spoke to these people, they already were asking me to subscribe to channels and send screenshots. And this is where the turnaround started, really. So they wanted me to start sending money by downloading apps. So basically, what you need to do is download these transfer apps to send the money, and then they'll send you a profited transaction back. So you'll basically get more than what you sent them and get the refund plus the profit. That's basically what it was like for like about 3 times over. I took the risk. I risked it for the biscuit the first time, because I've never really heard of any job that requires you sending them money and then them refunding it to you plus a bonus profit. And when I saw it, I just thought it's just another job style. It's another way of earning money, and I just thought that was how it worked. But later on, I would realise, thanks to research and advice, that though when people ask you to send them money, it's normally a scam. And I did know that at the time. And that's something I would later regret doing as well, joining this app and downloading it. When I did earn the money back, because basically they wanted you to download this official app. It's official, so I can say it's verified. It's called Remitly. Now, Remitly is that transfer app which I was talking to you about. Basically, they wanted me to send it to them through Remitly, and then they would send it back to me through PayPal. But I had to explain to them that at the time I didn't really set up my PayPal. Literally, like, just after this happened, I've been sorting out bits and bobs relating to YouTube as well. So like, I had to really fix my PayPal. I've had like an extra account which I just didn't use, so I needed to find a way how to fix it and delete it. The reason why I had to fix it is because for some reason I needed to show my identification to actually delete the account, and I'm still waiting for them to get back to me. I was fixing that at the time, and for some reason the alternate account which I had, it wasn't showing for them, so they couldn't see the PayPal. So I asked for them to send it to the bank. So I asked them to send it to my bank account instead of PayPal. And this is where it kind of went full max for me, and I went full way. They actually refunded me the money plus the profit into my bank account, and this is something which definitely don't recommend doing. Like, I didn't even know at the time what I was walking into, and when I got the money back, that's when the process started to repeat itself. So it was a huge circle from the beginning. So they would then ask me to do the YouTube subscribing, download these apps, like download more apps, and then they want me to send more money back, and I get more back, and the process repeats. The thing is, when I was doing this, I didn't really also think about what apps they wanted me to download. And this is when I realized it was a crypto related situation. It was to do with crypto, and I didn't know anything about crypto. I had no idea. I've heard of it. This particular situation I believe to be like a crypto scam, and because they wanted me to use the system called KuCoin, I researched what KuCoin was. There is an official website, a KuCoin website called kucoin.com. That's the website, the official website. And I'm saying this because the website they were sending me links to, and this is normally a red flag. If they send you links to like a crypto website, they're normally made it themselves, so it's like a fake copy of the official website, and they like to call it KuCoin VIP. So as you were doing the subscribing, downloading, making more, your rank will go up from VIP 1 to VIP 2, VIP 3, and when you went up to VIP 3, that's when I made a big mistake of not stopping, and it costed me a lot of money. Man, it was tragic. When they were telling me what to do, again, I thought in my head that this is just like a boss telling me what to do as a job. I was putting in the money, and then they wanted me to follow these steps to get it back out. And now when I think about it, if you watch all these movies, it sounds really similar to like spies and spying sort of movie style, and it terrifies me to think about, because I think I got away very lucky with this, because when I had to solve this situation recently with my family, they understood what I went through and what happened, and like, I've had to sort out my bank account, have it reset and fixed, and luckily I haven't got any trouble for it. So I'm incredibly grateful to those people that have helped me out. So yeah, thank you very much. And I don't advise to do any of this. Again, this is just my fault. You should be very careful, especially when you're looking for jobs on the internet. Like me, you could just walk into one by accident, just like that. Like it just snaps. One wrong move and that's it. Yeah, basically there came a time, I'm just going back to what I was talking about, but basically there came a time where they wanted me to send this much money in. What happened was that they didn't send it back to me. That's where the fault happened, or even doing this from the beginning. Everything is better now though. I've been able to recover very smoothly. Luckily, now we've had all these situations resolved, so I'm glad that I don't really need to have this worry in the back of my head more now than what I did. It's always going to be scarred there somewhere, but yeah, it's one of those experiences where I learn from it. When I look back, I'll realise what I need to avoid. This is just my point of explaining what's happened recently and why I've had this little mini gap again in making videos. It was very critical that I sometimes just like have to stop and get these things fixed and properly think about what's happened, and I'm glad I did. If you guys have any advice on what can show you that there are dangers out there like that, let me know, because for me those are the sort of things I'm currently still looking at and learning from. And also let me know what experiences you guys have had as well. Like, have you ever had this like problem? Have you ever been scammed? How were you able to, if you did, recover from it? So let me know that. But anyways, this was just a rambling video because I needed to get this out there and just like explain to you guys what happened. And I did say I'll make one of these videos as well, again, where they're mainly unedited. If you guys did enjoy this video, please leave a like and be very careful. There are a lot of bad omens out there. So yeah, be very safe on the internet, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. See you later.